The question that comes up is, why don't all the independence organizations work together? It's pretty much like when people ask us which political party we must vote for. Being non-political, we say no. The answer to that is go and read what each party is about, what their mission and vision is, what they stand for, what they want to achieve. This absolutely applies to independence organizations as well. Go and read what the organization is about. In essence, they have various ideas of what the geographical situation must be of the area they wish to secede. Some of it is not practical at all. It actually consists of virtually the half of South Africa running into Gauteng. Remember, you keep on being measured against what is the international criteria. It must be a region where people share the same language, same history, same culture, and basically have a geographical identity, which the Western Cape is the perfect thing to look at. So when people come and say, we also want independence, and it's for a far bigger area, which may require up to 2.8 million people in support, it becomes a bit of an insurmountable challenge in terms of achieving what you want to set out. A lot of these organizations have very much political views on, we want independence, but we want to stay part of everything afterwards. Where CapeXit is very clear in saying, we want independence for the people, for every person that lives in the Western Cape, and then we're done. We don't have any political aspirations beyond that. So the organizations, if you look at the organizations, people will also say, but it's so easy, you guys are sitting at 560,000 people. So let's add organization A, B, C, and D, because together they have about 800,000. So there we go. Sorted, we're at 1.4 million. No. The reality is that the 560,000 people who registered with CapeXit probably make up the 300,000 or 10,000 people that's registered with other organizations. So we are not, we don't have a situation where we can add up 1, 2, 3, or 4 and get to 1.6. This is absolutely a matter of getting out there, reaching the people, telling them what it's about, sharing with them your mission and vision, and getting them on board, which I think CapeXit is doing in a tangible form, where we have a physical form which is filled in, returned to us with all the information on. It's not sending a SMS, not sending a tweet, not sending a WhatsApp that yes, I support independence. If you have 1 million WhatsApp saying I support independence, and you go to the referendum, that 1 million people may disappear. Whereas you have a far better commitment if somebody filled in a form with all his details on, saying I will support the referendum. The other danger is, if you really mobilize yourself and you keep on pushing for a referendum, is to actually push for a referendum before you're ready for it. You're only ready for the referendum once you get 1.6 million people in support. Otherwise, they may call your bluff and say, okay, let's have the referendum. The referendum returns a vote of no, and everybody, including the international community, will say, okay, you had your chance, you asked the people, they said no. So CapeXit is very clear on that. First, the support of the people, have a geographical area which is acceptable, and we clearly state that we're looking at the Western Cape as the first phase, then the Northern Cape, and then parts of the Eastern Cape. Because once you have the Western Cape as a sovereign entity, it can literally reach across the border and assist the Northern Cape, because now you've become that one supporting nation which need to support your secession drive. And in the parts of the Eastern Cape, we will simply work on the basis of whichever municipal area shares the requirements of language, culture, history. And it will become like an urban creep, where you will look at the municipality and incorporate it into the Western Cape. And into that becomes a process of negotiation and discussion.
We need your support to make this a reality for everyone. So register your support for Western Cape independence at www.capeexit.org.